Hey, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to start putting the Road King back together. But before I do that, I'm going to push this thing outside and give it a good wash. I put some plastic and a zip tie around the fuel line. Same thing with the air intake. And right now, with the bags removed and everything removed, I have a lot of access to get to some places that you normally can't get to that easy. So I'm going to start with that. Dry it off with the leaf blower there. And I'll probably start by changing the spark plugs. And then we'll start putting all the stuff back. Alright, got her back in the garage. I'm just gonna spray down the spark plugs with some air. Alright, I got all the 4 spark plugs out. This is the ones that came out of there. This is what I put in. And these are like $5 each at Rock Auto. So I'm gonna go open up those boxes that I got during the week and look for the riser. Then we'll start putting the bars on and take it from there. So this is the clamp that I'm gonna use. I got it from LA Choppers. This is the part number here. So I'm gonna get it opened up and install it. So those bolts from those old T-bars were too long. It killed an hour going to Home Depot and Lowe's looking for some shorter grade 8 ones. Can't find it. So here's a tip. If you need to shorten a bolt, just cut off what you don't need. And then with the flap wheel or the flap disc, just deburr it and that'll work. See? It may not look pretty, but the flap disc actually shortens the threads. So you won't have a problem. Well, I got the clamp on and I got the bars on, and it transformed the bike. Oh, I'm loving this. So I'll start doing some of this wiring here and getting ready to change out the brake line and the clutch line. But oh yeah, that's looking real good. So I'm gonna work on changing the clutch line. This is it right here. It goes down, has that clip, and had this clip right here. You just kind of pull it off and they come off. And it goes down, back there, and it goes underneath, right there, and then it goes in behind this cover. So I gotta take that cover off. Well, the clutch line is in. I still have to bleed it. I did have to remove the exhaust though, and I lost the bolt. So I have to go back to Lowe's yet again. And I have no clue where it went. I dropped it from right here, and I don't know. It's stuck in there somewhere. So I'm gonna go to Lowe's and I'm gonna come back and then I'll do the front brake and just keep on going. Just finished bleeding the clutch. bleed it from right here. I use this Harbor Freight bleeder. So I'm gonna put the cover back, the exhaust, the floorboard, and try to finish all this before I move on to the brake, because I don't want to be jumping around from job to job. But it's going smoothly, and it's like I'm dying to ride it already. It looks so cool. So we'll keep at it. So I got the clutch line in and bled. This is the clutch line that I use and the part number from Magnum. Now I'm gonna put I got the master cylinder in for the brake. I'm gonna run the wire. I took out the I'm taking out the old one now. I got the brake master cylinder in. This is the cable that I'm gonna run. Here's the part number for it. I'm gonna run that in, and we'll be almost finished. It goes here. Got the master cylinder for the front on. Then I bled the brakes. It's pretty simple. Just bled from here, and then on the other side just went back and forth until got a firm pedal, whatever you call that. Like bleeding a brakes on a car. Once it gets firm, you know, all the air is out. So I'm gonna put the tank back in. I got the wires in from the handlebars, and then I do gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about the turn signals, because I don't have the ones that go here anymore. But as far as that, that's just wiring, because I got the Hogworks. So I'll keep going, but almost done. It's coming together. Alright, got the tank back on, got the seat back on. I want to do the side covers, and I'm gonna have to do another parts run because I need a connector for this wire to this relay here for the siren. But other than that, it's coming along pretty good. I'm gonna put the headlight in and change the bulbs to LED, and I'm gonna put the afterburners on and then put the bags on, and it's coming along. I already test started it. I took the main fuse out because I'm still doing some electrical, but it starts right up. Then it sounds totally different with those new spark plugs, so I'm glad I did that. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out the wiring for the turn signal. I'm gonna run these lights from Hogwarts that get mounted on the fork. These wires here have the pins in the wrong location. So for this side here, the bottom one is the ground, the second one is the turn signal, and the third one is the running light. So I'm gonna use the original harness and then maybe extend it about 4 inches, and then cut off this piece here and then just connect it to that. Alright, so I used a little piece from the original connector, and then I mean, all the work is inside of the tape. I didn't get a chance to film. I was just kind of working, but that's the light that's gonna be right here on the fork. Nice. So the wiring for the other side is the same also. The bottom one is a ground, then the middle one, or the second one, is the turn signal. Let me see here. And then the third one is always on, the running light. So that makes it very simple. Now on the lights from Hogworks, the black one is the ground, the orange one there is the turn signal, and the yellow one is the running light that's always on. So just makes it easier. Well, I'm putting on the nacelle here and I'm having some fitment issues. This part here is touching. Same thing with this side, and then the cover that goes on there is actually rubbing as well. So I made some marks. I'll take everything apart again, grind that down, and then put it back together. But I haven't put the other one in, but I wired this one and came out good. So making progress, should be done here shortly. See the difference. Just gonna shave off a little bit from here. Yeah, a little bit more. Almost. Just removing a little bit from the front and from right here to make clearance for the cover. So I'm going to change these light bulbs to LEDs. The LEDs that I have are from Rivco, and they replaced the H9 and the H11. And this is it. Putting in those LED light bulbs is pretty easy. It's just remove and replace, but it makes a big difference. And this is the high beam. It's just changing the bulbs. Handlebars are installed. Took it out for a ride. It's really comfortable and it looks so much different. I'm really liking it. Let me turn on the lights. Well, thanks for watching to the end. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Ride safe out there.